right. Okay, day one was pretty freaking lit. We started off the church at what, 8 a.m. Didn't leave till like 9:30ish. It's alright. It's great. We had a delay with one of the cars. Pretty fun. We drove up in the vans. Brother Hill took a couple wrong turns, had to make a couple U-turns, but that's alright. We love them. Speaking of Brother Hill, we've got a couple nicknames so far. Brother Hill and Brother Garside are two cowboys. Brother Garside is Captain Pepto because his pants are pink like Pepto-Bismol. And we got Brother Hill, who is, oh shoot, what was his name? Oh, Rhinestone Cowboy. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. And then of course we got Princess Joe Magnus, so it's pretty sweet. Drove a couple hours out, made a couple pit stops, and I guess now we're out here. It's pretty sweet. Stopped at a couple grave sites and memorials. Had a devotional, my brother Fur. Yeah, it's been a pretty cool day. It's a nice view out here. Had spaghetti and meatballs for dinner. It's pretty good. The cooks did a great job. And then, yeah, we've just been pounding in posts and setting up tents. Each post is all the family names of the different families and mas and pas out there. So it's pretty sweet. Now we're just getting ready for bed, devotional.
Okay, so we had story time last night from Brother Dennis, and he told us about how Bigfoot is real and about lighthouses. And so we got these really cool wooden lighthouse things. Yep. And then we all went to bed, and then we woke up this morning to the sound of a bugle, a real bugle, I think. Yes, a real bugle. And then Sister Annie Astle came around to each tent and played good morning, and woke everybody up if they didn't wake up to the bugle. Then we had a delicious breakfast, and then we got ready to trek, and we got all of the hand carts ready, and we trekked, I think, 3 miles before the women's pool.
We did the women's pool today, and it was really cool because just all the men just walked away, walked in front of us, and then Sister Hill, the older Sister Hill.
Wiser.
What is her name?
Wiser
Sister Hill, sorry guys. She gave a devotional about how like all these women who like their husbands passed away on the trail and they were just trekking by themselves with all their kids, and how they just kept going, and so it was really cool to hear about that. And then we had the opportunity to just trek, and we all just worked together to try to get all of the carts back up, and we hiked 1.25 miles, I think. Just all the women, and it was so cool because we just all like could feel the spirit, and it was really cool because all the the clouds came right as we started walking without the men, and so I thought it was really cool because then God was watching over us.
When we were doing the women's pole, the women were pulling the wagons. We had like a devotional that Lance gave. He talked about a metaphor that he goes by, spam. Men have to be spiritual, they got to be present, they have to be available, and they have to be manly. It was a pretty spiritual moment to see what some of the pioneer women had to go through, and we talked about how many of the men weren't even there. They had to go to the Mormon battalion, and they came through. We gave 3 cheers, and then we had to come back and help with the hand carts, but it was really spiritual and
And then we had a lot of devotionals. We would stop every I don't know, half a mile, and people would give devotionals. And it was really cool to learn about everybody's ancestors that they're walking for, and how they walked on these trails, and just their experiences. It was really cool.
We sang some songs and we walked to the river, and a lot of people got in the river. Some people got fully in the river in kind of a really nice bath that they probably needed desperately. And then we trekked the rest of the way back to camp, and then we had lunch because we all really needed food. It was delicious lunch. All the food has been so freaking good. And so then we went to the visitor center, and we were all really tired, but it was very informative and great to hear about. But a lot of us were having a hard time staying awake, which was great. And then we came back and we had some free time, so a lot of us played games. I personally took a fat nap. I was out cold. And then we played some awesome games with Brother Astle. And I did not win any, which is okay. But yes, I did. I won the Pioneers on a Log, which was very exciting. Got very cozy with our teammates. And then we came back from the windy rainstorm during games, and we had some good food, good grub. And then right now we're just playing more games, and then later tonight we're gonna hear another story from Mother Geddes. Yeah.
We had to wake up really early because we did Martin's Cove today, and Martin's Cove is an hour drive away. So we were all up at 5, and we got ready. We were in the vans by 6:20-ish, and then we drove up there. Most of us slept on the ride because we're so tired. But once we got there, we piled all of our stuff into the handcarts, and we went and saw this movie of this guy just kind of telling his story of being in the Martin Handcart Company. And then we went on the trek, and it was actually really nice because there was cloud cover for the first major part of the day. And we had a couple devotionals, and it was really nice. There was a lot of puddles though because it was raining. And then we pulled up and to where we dropped our handcarts to walk into Martin's Cove. And so we dropped the handcarts, and then we all kind of gathered before we started hiking, and we were told kind of to keep conversations to a minimum as we hiked. And then we made it to the gathering place, which at first I thought was Martin's Cove, but it wasn't. And we had a devotional by John, and that one was really good. He talked about safe places. And after John's devotional, my dad told everyone, he was like, we're about to go into the cove, and I asked that everyone can be silent as we're walking through. And I think that was a really good thing, because as we were on the hike, finally we got to the rock that designated the start of Martin's Cove, and so we started and we're just quiet, and you can hear the birds chirping and the sound of the plants and stuff rustling, and it was just a very beautiful, sacred experience to be able to remember and think about what the pioneers of the Martin Handcart Company went through, and how although they were still suffering a lot, they kind of had this safe haven that they could get out of the storm, and they had a peaceful place where they could either heal and rest, or they could be laid to rest. And I just think that's a beautiful thing. And then after the cove, and we finished the hike, we went back, picked up our handcarts, and then just kind of finished the trek, and it was pretty good. The weather was really nice, actually. It was a little hot at some points, but it wasn't like we were dying.
Then we crossed the river. It was pretty nice. Some people had to be carried, and then we had to drag the cart across that our parents. It was pretty cool because we had experience with the pioneers, got to experience.
The most thing that I like about trek was crossing the river because I got carried and it was pretty fun, but I know that some pioneers actually had to cross the river like that, and it was pretty hard for them and to push the wagon too, because I saw some people pushing the wagon, which I did not want to do that because I did not want to get wet, but it was really fun, and I just feel like trek was amazing, and I really like trek, and I really feel the spirit during trek. So.
And then after the trek, we ended up going to Independence Rock, which is basically just a big rock that you climb on. And like it looks like you shouldn't be able to climb the rock because of how steep it is, but the stone's grippy enough that you can just walk up the rock. And so we all were walking up the rock, and it was great. And lots of pictures were taken, and it was fun. And then we came home, and I slept for like 2 hours, so I don't know what happened during that time. And then dinner was good, and here we are. So today's been pretty good.
So after we went trekking, we came back and had some dinner, and then we had a testimony meeting. Testimony meeting I thought was great. There was a strong spirit there, and you could really tell how much this experience had helped everyone grow in their testimony and help them understand the truth about Jesus Christ and understand how much we need each other. After testimony meeting, we went to bed feeling strong spirit, and now woken up to be able to clean up camp and be able to head home.